Hello. Yeah, I'll explain in a minute. I'm just doing a couple of things. Like I said, this thing doesn't allow me to do things like set up the thumbnail or the tags before I make the stream go live. I don't know why. I mean, for some reason, StreamYard let me do that, but I'll explain in a minute. Just let me finish up a couple of things. This is going to be a very important stream, though. Oh. And I have been working on the first episode of Let's Fight, but I ran into some issues such as having to re-record certain stuff. And for some reason, it's taking way longer to make than I thought. I honestly thought it would be an easier video to get out, but I don't know if it's because I suck at making videos, or maybe I just underestimated how simple of a video it would be. Hopefully I can have it done real soon. Of a video it would. Alright, let me just send out the link and we'll be ready. Well, that depends. Do you mean me or my character? If you're asking about my OC Kimimorra, absolutely, she, in air quotes, can fly. I don't always show it, but the character has angel wings on account of being an angel and can use them for things like flight, as well as using psychic powers for things like levitation. Not sure if that answers the question, though. Okay, that should be good for now, I hope. Okay, good. So, yes, to answer your question real quick, yes, my avatar actually does have powers. It's not there just for show. And I do plan on expanding upon this because I've actually built an entire universe around my OC character that I hope to turn into an anime someday. It's one of 5 anime scripts that I have been writing in my free time, along with the one I've alluded to before, the horror one, where I've been showing off all the concept art. And yes, my avatar has a lot of powers. I won't go too into detail about it, considering that some of the stuff involves like spoilers for the script, but to put it very simply, Kimimorra is a black angel that is a master martial artist, swordsman, has been learning magic for at least 1,000 years, can fly through angel wings, possesses the power of the void on account of becoming one with it, and if you're curious as to what the void is, it is known as the state of non-existence. Any Final Fantasy fans will probably know what I'm talking about. She also has psychic powers, among other things. She has a myriad of different abilities and is incredibly powerful and very dangerous. And ends up posing a threat to not only other angels once she defects from heaven, which I won't get into for plot spoiler reasons, but then Azrael, the angel of death, and even the devil himself ends up getting involved in the character's choice that she made, because she makes a choice, I won't go into detail, and it has large ramifications to where all these other really powerful entities start taking note. But yeah, if you guys want, maybe sometime I'll make some kind of video talking about like my OC's backstory or powers without going into too many details, because I wouldn't want to spoil any of the stuff in the script for you, you know? Because then what would be the point of making it into an anime if I just read out the entire thing for you and ruined everything? As I accidentally made that mistake once before, where I was talking to one of my close friends about an idea I had for one of my scripts, and I accidentally went too into detail, and she told me I probably shouldn't have gone into as much detail as I did because I kind of ruined it. So if I stick with this idea that I have, then I kind of screwed myself, because if that person remembers, then they're going to be spoiled because I was a bit of an idiot. But anyway, so this is actually an extremely important live stream. So a person I know who is very close to me is been a victim of domestic abuse, and me and my brother are we're trying to help get her out of this domestic abuse situation. Now, I won't go too into detail because she has requested to remain anonymous for obvious reasons. She is very fearful of what her abusers might do. And she has sent me videos and recordings of how her abusers treat her. And needless to say, it is very disgusting. And I do plan on making a video about this abuse, but I'm not going to do that until the time is right. Now, she has requested me to make this video because she wants these people exposed. Rightfully so, but as right now, she's currently still trapped living with them. She doesn't want to risk it and is even asked to be anonymous and to not even show the recordings, at least not right now, because again, she doesn't want them to potentially abuse her even more. So plans are in place to be able to help her and hopefully get her away from this ugly situation. And it is very heart-wrenching. Over the years, I've been having to watch my friend deal with depression that has been slowly eating away at her life. Depression primarily caused by these terrible, pathetic wastes of human existence that shouldn't even be called humans. Now, for those of you who know me long enough, you know this isn't the first time I've had to deal with this kind of stuff. I used to date someone, again, I won't go into too much detail about it, but I used to date this girl where sadly, to put it delicately, her mother did some very disgusting things to her, and as a result, she ended up going crazy. So crazy, her own father wanted her to put in a mental hospital. And though I did get the mother locked away, sadly, it wasn't enough because she completely lost her mind. And I don't want to see the same thing happen to this person, so I'm doing what I can to help them. I don't want to fail her in the same way I failed the girl I just mentioned that I used to date, where that bad thing happened to her. So this is not only a stream to spread awareness about domestic abuse, but it's also a charity stream. So throughout this live stream, I'm going to be doing my normal thing. I'm going to be playing a video game. I downloaded a game to play. It's going to be a Resident Evil game. Hopefully it will run on my PC, because I know my PC can be very particular with what games it runs. But hopefully there won't be any problems. So don't worry, I do have a game picked out. And while this stream goes on, I want you to check the description of this video. I will also put it in the comment section of this video, but I'm going to leave a link to my PayPal. If you feel like donating to help this individual out, check out my PayPal link. Sadly, I would use my YouTube, but the problem is with my YouTube is they take forever to get my money to me, like when it's donations or ad revenue. So since YouTube doesn't always want to give me my money and PayPal would take a bit too long, I've decided to leave a link to my PayPal, and if you want to donate to help this person escape this terrible domestic abuse thing, please feel free to donate. If you can't, I understand, but if you could, it would really mean the world to not only me, but this individual who has been going through some very terrible things that nobody deserves to go through, because these people she lives with are just disgusting narcissists that constantly tear her down. And after seeing the evidence, as I encouraged her to start recording evidence of the abuse so that way we could help build a case against these people, I have had to listen to and see some of the abuse myself. And me and my brother, we both watched the most recent video she sent to us, and me and my brother were pissed off and disgusted. We had a hard time listening to it. It was not easy for both of us. So please, if you can, donate to help this person out. And don't worry, whether you donate or not, there are plans in motion to help this person. But I thought I would at least give this charity stream a chance, because any amount helps, you know? So, one last time, if you do want to donate to help this individual out, please check the paypal.me that I have left and leave a donation on my PayPal, and I will keep you guys updated as the situation plays out. This is very similar to another charity stream I once did, where another person, sadly, their house burned down and they lost all their pets, and I wanted to do what I could to help. Because though my channel is mostly about entertainment, I like to be able to use my platform in any way that I can to help people. Because domestic abuse is a huge problem. And as someone who's been through abuse myself, I absolutely know what it's like. And it's a horrible thing that people have to go through this. And I'm sorry if this stream is a tad bit uncomfortable, but if you don't want to hear about this kind of stuff, I completely understand. But this is just something very important, and I want to help this person in any way that I personally can. So, with that being said, from here on out, we're going to try to do the stream as normal with no more talks of any of this abuse stuff, and hopefully we can just have a fun time. And for anyone who just joined, I have started on the first episode of Let's Fight, and for some reason it's taking longer than I expected. I thought it would be a quicker video to make than, say, my death battle reviews or my top 10 lists, but sadly there have been certain things I've been holding it back. So after this stream, I'm going to go back to it and hopefully try to get it uploaded by the end of the night. I am so frustrated with myself that it's been taking me so long to get videos out. Now, I know that I'm only a part-time YouTuber now because I do my job so I can be able to pay the bills and even fund this channel at all. However, I do still feel that I should still be capable of putting out videos and it not taking so long. Maybe it doesn't feel like the videos are coming out as slowly as maybe I think that they are, but I still believe that it shouldn't take me so long to get certain videos out, you know? Maybe I'm just holding myself to too high of a standard. I don't know. But just know that the video is coming. and hopefully it'll be up by the end of the night, because this is something I really want to do, because I think it'll be fun and help make things more interactive for you guys, and I hope it'll be successful enough to become a series, because I've been trying to find other videos that are as successful as my death battle and trap content, and so far, outside of my versus and trap content, everything has been a mixed bag. Even the unboxing videos haven't been as successful, so I may potentially stop doing those, you know? But anyway, let's get started. Hopefully the game I have picked out will work without a problem. Let's hope. Let me just pull this up. Sometimes I wonder why I have one too many tabs up. Well, right now, the only reliable source I have for collecting donations is my PayPal. I mean, I could easily do Patreon, but I wouldn't see the money until the end of the month. And I don't want to waste any more time, you know, because I don't want these people to be able to hurt her any more than they have, you know? So sadly, the only thing I can think of is just to link my PayPal, which is in the description and in the comment section, because for some reason nobody ever reads the description. By the way, is the game showing up for you guys? I don't know if it is. Okay, there we go. It is working. Good. I was about to say.
Bioterror. Viruses are stolen, re-engineered, misused with tragic results. And who are you supposed to trust? Politicians who sell their souls for a few votes? CEOs who betray consumers for a quick buck? Count on us.
I swear that dude looks like McCain.
We're above the politics, always watching, always ready to face the threat head on. We are the unflinching mob that sops up the evils of bioterrorism and chemical warfare. They call us Terra Save. Because Terra...
I'm trying to think of any other donation methods that I could link.
Hey guys.
How'd it feel?
Oh, hi, Claire.
Hey! Hey Claire!
I mean, the only other methods I have
Welcome to the club.
are my patrons, so I don't know.
Reporting for duty, Ms. Redfield. When do the hazing start?
Cut it out. We've been friends for how long?
Long
By the way,
enough
let
I'm
me
allowed
know
to
if the
give you
game
shit.
starts running like crap. I don't fully expect this damn thing to run properly.
What's up, Neil?
Something's going down in Washington. Did you hear anything?
What? The new virus? Come on. You know Tricella's history, right? Hello?
Hey, that Barry Burton's girl?
Yeah.
I wouldn't even be here if I listened to...
I know, this happens every time I try to stream a game that my frickin' computer can't handle because my laptop is frickin' useless. I'm working on getting a gaming PC set up, but those things just cost so frickin' much money, it's insane.
No! There must be some kind of...
Egg, stop buffering, you piece of... I want to break my laptop so badly right now. You have no idea how much this thing pisses me off with its inability to do anything. Sometimes I wonder why I even bother with this damn thing. It's so freaking useless. Well, this stream is already pretty much ruined. Like usual, I completely screw something up. I swear if this thing froze on me. Don't you dare freeze on me, you piece of junk. I know it hasn't stopped buffering. There's nothing I can do about it until this damn game loads. I know, I'm trying to fix it. I'm so sorry about that. My computer is a hunk of junk. This thing can't run anything. Any game I try to run, it either won't stream or it just crashes or I can't even play it at all. I can't tell if I just suck at streaming or I should stop trying to stream on this piece of junk that I'm using. You think it would run Revelations just fine considering it's a frickin' PlayStation 3 game. I never sent you an invite, Mav. Because I haven't even attempted to do that yet. Let me go into my settings, see if there's anything I can do about this. I'm sorry about this. I know this is incredibly frustrating. It's even more frustrating for me. Okay, hopefully that will help. It might take a few minutes before the stream gets back to normal because the damn thing is having to catch up. I don't know why things have to be such a pain. All I wanted to do was just do a charity stream to help someone out. And my laptop just wants to be... I'm trying so hard not to curse too much because I don't want to get this stream demonetized. But yeah, I want to try to play Resident Evil Revelations 2 if possible. Now, I know I once tried to play Resident Evil 2 Remake on my laptop, and that was a frickin' disaster. I ended up having to get a refund for it. And then I tried running Far Cry 5 on this thing, and it nearly blew up my laptop. So that was a disaster as well. If this game doesn't work, I'm gonna have to find a different game to stream. Right now I'm waiting for the damn stream to catch up. Hopefully the stream has caught up. Let me close some tabs. Hopefully it'll get it to run better. Okay. Let's try this one more time. Mav, if you do not calm down and let me figure this out. For the past couple days, you've been constantly pestering me to stream with you. Let me figure some stuff out, please. I don't know if I can remember my first RE game. I know I remember watching my mother play the second one. I know my mom had the first and second game, but I can't remember which was the very first one that I played. I want to say maybe the second one, but even then I'm not entirely sure. Hopefully something good will come of this stream. Oh great, the game is still running like crap. What else is new?
Why did it open? I didn't do anything. Where have I...
Yeah, this game isn't gonna cooperate with me. Should have known. Guess I gotta find another game that will hopefully work on this piece of junk. And here I thought this thing could run just fine. What other game can I try? Maybe New Vegas isn't a good idea either. That game is way too prone to crashing, and I don't want to risk that with this stream. Why doesn't half the games in my library work? Maeve, stop getting an attitude with me. First off, I need to figure out to even send you a link because I've never done that before on this. So I need to figure that out. So let me see if I can even figure out how to do that. So I've never sent out a link through this. I can't even figure out how to invite people through this. I need to get better at using Streamlabs. I just realized I never figured out how to send an invite on this thing. There's gotta be something I can play on here that won't crash. Screw it, Final Fantasy IX it is then. I don't know what other options I have. Yeah, but even though I got the thing to stop stuttering, sadly, Resident Evil Revelations 2 was in a state where playing it wouldn't have been so good. I gotta get me some kind of gaming PC, or at least something that would be better for streams. Damn it. I don't get it. Top 10 worst Christmas movies. I don't know if I could do that one because I haven't seen enough Christmas movies. Plus, other people probably have done that list better than I could. I don't know what I'd be able to add to it, to be honest. I'll think about it. I've still been thinking about what to do for a Christmas special. I've been going through all kinds of different ideas, trying to pick which one would be the best. I'll get back to you guys on that one. I don't get it. What the heck am I supposed to do? I swear, puzzles like this make me feel like an idiot. What am I supposed to do here? I feel like a freaking idiot. Why can't I figure this out? First off, posting too many comments would not cause the stream to slow down. The problem is my laptop has a difficult time running a game and streaming it at the same time. It has a difficult time multitasking. This is one of the most annoying puzzles I've ever dealt with. Sorry, you guys. I need a moment to look up a walkthrough. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with this puzzle. I think next time I'm just gonna use my brother's computer. Okay, I think I got the right combo this time. Like I said, puzzles like this really make me feel like an idiot. Okay, what the heck am I doing wrong here? Nope, that's not right. Hi. Sorry for the rough start to the stream. I ran a game I thought was gonna run fine, and it ended up being a disaster. That's the last time I trust my device to stream a game without any problems. Nope, no clues. It doesn't give me any clues to figure out how to do that puzzle. I had to look up a walkthrough because it wouldn't tell me anything. It's some shadow puzzle like out of Resident Evil or something. I probably do not have a good party setup for this boss. Then again, I had a crappy party setup for the last boss too. Hopefully not, considering that this is a pretty important live stream. As even though I will be gaming in this live stream, this is intended to be a domestic abuse live stream to hopefully raise any kind of funding to help someone who's been dealing with domestic abuse, sadly. I don't know if you showed up for the beginning, but someone I know has been suffering from domestic abuse, and I'm trying to help them. It's not who I wanted to use that on. I'm both happy and annoyed that Cloud made it to Smash. Because it's like, on one hand, I like having more Final Fantasy characters, but why is it only Final Fantasy VII characters? Like, why can't it be any characters from Final Fantasy 9, 6, 4? 7 gets so much attention, it genuinely pisses me off. I have mixed feelings because on one hand I'm happy that we got another Final Fantasy character, but I'm mildly annoyed that it had to be such an overrated character. Like, wasn't frickin' Cloud enough? Like, how about some more variety? Like, do people just forget that there are other Final Fantasy games outside of 7? Like, 7 is not the only Final Fantasy game. Also, Final Fantasy 7 isn't even the best of the series. So if we could get a little bit more variety in Final Fantasy characters from different games, that'd be great. Like, how about Cecil or Kain? That would be fun to play with. Kain would be a really fun character to play around with because you have the whole Dragoon thing. That'd be cool. I'm having issues remembering which command is the heal all option. Oh great, my healer just died. There we go. Found it. I mean, I don't hate puzzles in games as long as they're not, like, the main focus. Like, I don't mind puzzles if they're in Resident Evil or Legend of Zelda. As long as they're not too trick. Like, I hate puzzles that make me look like an idiot. Like, that puzzle probably looked way easier than it actually was, but it's annoying that they give me no, like, hint as to how I'm even supposed to figure that out. Like, the fact that the boss was easier than the puzzle kind of annoys me a bit. And again, maybe you could argue that I'm an idiot for not figuring out that puzzle. Maybe there was some kind of hint, but I looked all over trying to figure that out. Ooh, an elixir. Sweet. Can I finally get out of this crap hole castle? Zidane is another character I would have preferred to have in Smash over Sephiroth. Zidane might be the best protagonist in the Final Fantasy series, and he's always getting the sharp end of the stick. Again, why can't other beloved characters like Cecil, Zidane, Freya, Kane, why can't they get any love? It's only ever Final Fantasy VII. Like, I'll bet you, watch them put Tifa in the game. I will bet you they will do that. Oh, not these damn things. I hate these things. It's fine. The Cliff Notes version, Gemini, this is a charity live stream to help someone who is suffering from domestic abuse. I'm putting plans in place to help this individual. I'm using this stream to hopefully, maybe potentially raise any money to be able to help this person out. And I will be making a video exposing these nasty people later down the line. But for the sake of the individual in question, they didn't want me to, like, use any names or show any of the videos of the abuse, at least not right now, for fear of what her abusers will do to her. And I just want to respect that, because I don't want them to hurt her any more than they already have, you know? You really think they're gonna put Sora in the game? No, they have to put the characters they think we want while completely ignoring the characters we actually want in the series. And I don't want to hear that they can't get Riku or Sora in the game, because if they can get Sephiroth and Cloud in Final Fantasy, then they can get Sora, because Sora belongs to Square Enix. I don't know, it's hard to argue that Ocarina of Time is more overrated than Final Fantasy. I'm gonna have to think on that, because, man, Final Fantasy VII is so overrated. It takes away all attention from any other game in the series to the point where it feels like people forget that Final Fantasy, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 9 even frickin' exist. Like, I can get why they wouldn't put anyone from 10 in Smash, with the exception of maybe Auron, because every character in Final Fantasy X sucked. But why not Final Fantasy 9, 4, 6? Any of them would be cool. Yeah, as I told you about on Discord, I haven't gotten the chance to play Cyberpunk. I know you really wanted me to play that, review it, or stream it, and I plan to. It's just that the damn thing won't run on my laptop, sadly. It barely runs on my brother's gaming PC. Though he has told me I can play it on his PC, I just haven't gotten around to being able to do it because he's usually using it while I'm out here in the living room doing my thing. I have plans to get parts to build my own gaming PC, and I guess if you ever want to help me get parts for a gaming PC, you can always donate to my Patreon. I mean, it's meant to help support the channel. Right now, I've just been, every time I try to save up some money for something, something comes up. Like this month when my landlord decided to be a complete a-hole. It's just so frustrating. Because I'm interested in seeing what Cyberpunk is like, although the videos talking about all the failures by CD Projekt Red is not helping. I can at least admit that. I'm sure Cyberpunk is a good game, but they really jumped the gun. Maybe someday I'll try to stream Final Fantasy Brave Exvius if I can. I've been having a lot of fun playing that game lately. It's fine. I'm a hardcore Final Fantasy fan. I've been playing the games ever since I was little. Wow, they really made Sid useless in this one. There is no defending Final Fantasy XIII. Take it from a long-time, hardcore Final Fantasy fan. 13 is not worth defending, and believe me, I tried. I tried so hard to make myself love that game. It can't be done. Like, just almost everything about Final Fantasy XIII is a disaster. The story is potentially the worst story ever written. The world building is trash because there is no world building. The villain is poorly written, and his motivations make little to no sense. Nothing is ever explained in the frickin' game, like, at all. Like, the battle system is a joke because it's way too optimized. Like, the fact that Final Fantasy XIII practically plays itself is a problem. Final Fantasy should never feel like a frickin' mobile game. And the characters might be some of the worst in the series. Like, you have Lightning, who's bland, emotionless, and has barely any kind of personality, except for when she has sporadic bouts of anger for no reason. You have Hope, who is a mama's boy that goes on a revenge mission to take out the guy he thinks killed his mother. You got Vanille, who is just annoying and constantly hides the focus from the group, potentially dooming them all. You have Snow, who's just a frickin' moron. With Snow, just imagine a douchey, come at me bro kind of guy, and you basically got Snow. He's one of the worst hero characters you can imagine. Like, none of the characters work. They're all a punchline. And they don't get better in the sequels either. I have a good laptop too. That's why I'm so annoyed that my laptop has a difficult time running certain games. I mean, I don't have a weak laptop by any stretch of the imagination, but it doesn't have any of that fancy gaming chip stuff installed within it. I don't know yet. I'd have to get back to you on that. And for anyone late, I mentioned that due to the fact that the Sorry about that, I just lost my train of thought. But due to the fact that the, why can't I think right now? Okay, so due to the fact that the unboxing videos don't seem to be doing so well, I might stop doing them, because they don't seem to be getting as much views as I hoped that they would. Which is why I'm considering trying to move on to something else. Because as I mentioned earlier, I've been trying to expand the channel to other videos outside of trap and versus content. Not that I dislike doing that type of content, but I'm trying to branch out, you know? And I just haven't been able to find anything that's been as successful so far. So I don't know, I might try one more unboxing video this month, but if it doesn't pick up in views, then I'm probably just going to stop and save myself the money, because it cost me about almost 50 bucks just to even be subscribed to that Japan crate at all. So it's definitely not cheap by any stretch of the imagination. Gotcha. I swear, if they put one more Final Fantasy VII character in Smash, wasting precious space, I am going to lose it. I am sick of Final Fantasy VII getting all the attention. I'm tired of it. And it's not because I hate Final Fantasy VII or something, but it's because I'm sick of it taking attention from other games in the series. And I don't even fully blame the people who make Smash Bros, because odds are they're just simply following the people that said, hey, we want Cloud and Sephiroth in Smash. Why? I don't know. I guess we can't think of any other Final Fantasy characters that we could put in the series. I could literally give you a list of Final Fantasy characters alone that should be in Smash, and not even mention a single character from Final Fantasy VII. What's wrong with Japanese storytelling to the point where you feel you have to say, like, Japanese storytelling in general you don't like? Like, what even is Japanese storytelling? Like, I hate to sound like Enigma over here, but can you elaborate what you even mean by Japanese storytelling? I don't think there is such thing as Japanese storytelling, it's just simply storytelling. Like, I don't think there's really that much of a difference in storytelling simply because it's a Japanese person writing it. In fact, I might make a list of Final Fantasy characters that should be in Smash, and intentionally go out of my way to not mention a single Final Fantasy character, just to spite Final Fantasy VII. Because I'm sorry, I get that I get that people love Final Fantasy VII, but it is so freaking overrated. Well, what's insulting is my computer costed I think it was like $2,400. And the damn thing can barely even do certain things I need it to do. Why? I don't know. It's so frustrating. I thought about getting one of those gaming laptops, but my brother advised me against it, saying that those things aren't really worth getting. Because one reason I considered a gaming laptop was because, hey, I'd be able to take it with me, that's kind of nice, but apparently I should just invest in building my own PC. And I said, okay. I apologize if it feels like I'm wandering around aimlessly like an idiot. I've actually never beaten Final Fantasy IX. And since I don't have the strategy guide anymore, I have to just kind of wander around until I figure out where to go. Okay, now I just gotta figure out where the hell I need to go. Oh yeah, to anyone who has shown up at the stream late, don't donate through YouTube, because they don't always give me my money that is donated, or my ad revenue, so they're not exactly reliable or trustworthy right now. In the description of this stream and in the comment section, I've left a link to my PayPal thing, so if you want to donate to help this individual out, just check that out. Well, it depends on what you mean by a list of Final Fantasy characters. Well, Japanese people didn't invent the plot twist. The plot twist has existed about as long as literature has existed. So I don't know where you're going with that one. Maybe you watched one too many M. Night Shyamalan movies, I don't know what to tell you. Ha! Now I gotcha. Plus, what's wrong with a good plot twist if it's executed well? How so? In my experience of consuming Japanese media, I haven't really noticed much of a difference. I mean, sure, there are sometimes cultural differences, but even then, like, unless you don't like how Japanese culturally handle stories, I mean, I don't know what to tell you in that regard. It seems like such a weird thing to criticize. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that. I've read plenty of Japanese media that has conflict interwoven throughout the story. A classic example, look at Death Note. Death Note is very engaging. It has a lot of conflict. Like, I'm not sure I fully understand your point in regards to talking about the structure. Lucky. I never really win contests a lot of the time. I mean, I'm always very open about where I get my inspirations from. I remember one time I tweeted at one of my favorite mangaka, and I straight up told her that this character I made, this OC character I made, was inspired by her artwork. Although she didn't really give her opinion on it per se. However, she did give her opinion on my fan art I made for her, and she really liked it, which was exciting. I hope that I am as capable of an author and writer as I think that I am. And I hope to be able to display my talent if I ever got the chance to write any of my anime, or once I finally get Blood Royale into motion. Because I like to think that I am a very talented writer that just needs a chance at his big break, you know? But I guess we'll have to see if that ever happens. Damn it, I hate these things. I understand it is what it is. I probably should have done this stream sooner, but I got caught up trying to get my video done quickly. Oh shoot, I just realized the auto was on. I hate it when I accidentally turn that on. Auto battle is just stupid. Unless you're grinding, there is no use for that. Of course he has a guard against that. I mean, again, I have to disagree with you on that. I think it depends on the context of the type of story. Like, again, for example, look at Bleach. Bleach is nothing but build-up. Yeah, Bleach does have its fair share of twists, but Bleach builds up to significant events. Aizen's betrayal, the Battle of Katakura Town, saving Orihime. I can keep going. And the build up to these events have great significance and impact the plot and have to do with the main conflict. And I wouldn't say every story. For example, look at Dragon Ball Z. I highly doubt you would argue that Dragon Ball Z relies on plot twists. I don't even think Dragon Ball Z even bothers with plot twists most of the time. I mean, again, I think it all depends on context. I mean, I recently watched this anime with one of my sisters called Watamote. And it was nothing but conflict. Like, the character just keeps constantly getting herself in crappy positions because of her autism and her social awkwardness. And it's like, there's no plot twists or anything like that. It's just the main character trying to deal with her crappy life. Also, the same can be argued for Western media. There is some Western media that relies too much on plot twists. Look at M. Night Shyamalan. He's a Western movie director, and look at him. Or look at, say, Detroit Become Human. There is a plot twist in that game for no other reason than for the sake of having a plot twist. It doesn't add anything to the plot. In fact, it actually creates plot holes and makes less sense when you become aware of the plot twist. So I wouldn't say this is exclusive to, quote, Japanese writing. Because Western developers can fall under this same, in these same writing traps, you know? Again, I think describing it as a Japanese-only writing technique is just very odd. I mean, one could argue maybe it's more common in Japanese media. Future Diaries wouldn't guarantee jack against John Kramer. I mean, even when you have a dead end, it doesn't guarantee that you'll be able to prevent it. The Future Diaries all have their limits. Not to mention, consider the following. If your Future Diary is destroyed, you die. If all John Kramer has to do is shatter a phone to kill you, you really think you have a chance against him? Like, come on. Okay, what the hell? What am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to go? I'm sick of running around in circles. Well, a plot twist is supposed to come out of left field. It's supposed to catch you off guard. A good plot twist will leave hints out in the open for you to pick up on, so when you watch the anime or piece of media on repeated viewings, you will be able to pick up on those hints. In fact, plot twists can add rewatchability to a movie. That's why they're so popular. I swear if I have to look up a walkthrough again. Seriously, I don't know where the heck I'm supposed to go. I feel like an idiot. Seriously? I have not seen Monster, so I cannot comment on that, although I'm not quite too sure why people compare Monster to Death Note all the time. Maybe if I saw it, I'd get the connections, but as it stands right now, I don't get the connections. Like, I'll admit one of my favorite anime slash manga of all time, Kodomo no Jiken, has a plot twist towards the end. And it's a pretty neat plot twist. However, it doesn't rely on the plot twist. It's just a neat little thing that helps add more to the dynamic between two of the main characters. But throughout the manga, the main conflict still remains intact throughout the majority of the series, as other conflicts slowly present themselves. So again, I feel that it mostly just comes down to perspective and the author's choice in writing style. Can't believe I have to look up a walkthrough. I feel like an idiot. I love how the dude in this walkthrough looks just as lost as I. Don't you think you might have overdone it a little bit, Square Enix, with this palace? Seriously, this is the most... I love Final Fantasy IX, but this dungeon is so freaking annoying. It's not hard, it's just annoying. I don't know how it is that I can beat some of the hardest games ever conceived by humankind, yet I seem to be an idiot when it comes to navigating a frickin' Final Fantasy game. God, I hate it when my legs cramp up. Well, actually, I shouldn't say my legs, it's just my knees that do, and I don't know why. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. How was I supposed to see that tiny frickin' switch right there? Ridiculous. Yeah, it still very much is about those things. Like, for example, later on in Bleach, we see the characters battle against all sorts of things, ranging from depression to betrayal to even self-doubt. Like, think about the last time you've seen a frickin' battle shonen anime where the main character gives in to despair and depression and essentially loses his will to fight. Like, I'm sorry, but you can't say that once it starts becoming about, quote, fighting other Soul Reapers, that it stopped becoming about these themes. That is simply false, and you're just not looking into the text enough, or you're just completely losing the plot if you think that. I'm sorry, but Bleach still tackles a lot of those themes. I don't know. It all depends on my schedule. See, streaming takes time, and I don't always have time. I barely have time nowadays to work on my scripts or even my videos. It's fine, I have no problem debating. I'm trying to understand, like, your thought process, you know? I'm just trying to, like, make sense of your arguments. I mean, Bleach, even after the substitute arc, still deals with a lot of heavy stuff. Well, here's the thing, you don't have to be smart to pick up, like, Bleach isn't exactly, like, I will say that Bleach is, like, complex, but I'm not gonna act like it's the most complex anime in the world, you know? And Bleach gives you just enough to understand the narrative, the symbolism, and even the plot twists, when they actually come out, are explained to you. So I wouldn't say that it's like a challenging anime to understand, you know? But it's also very complex and has a lot of good layers to it. I mean, this is why I say that Bleach is truly the best beginner anime, because it's not stupid like Naruto or DBZ. It does have a complex plot with lots of layers and good genuine plot twists to it, and a very good intellectual villain that's on par with some of the smartest villains out there. And it does have good fight scenes to complement all this stuff. The characters are amazing. Some of the character arcs in Bleach are absolutely incredible. Like, I won't lie, I love me some Bleach, and I can always go back and enjoy it. I would say Bleach is a perfect example of how, quote, Japanese media can have good conflict, good, dumb, brainless action that people who just want mindless spectacle can enjoy, but it also has more intellectual aspects to Bleach that more critical people who watch media for something a little bit more intellectual can enjoy, you know? Again, I would say it depends on the writer, you know? Like I went over, Kodomo no Jiken does have a plot twist or two, but they don't come until way later on throughout the story. Like, the main story is focused on just the characters and the conflict and the conflict that the character is facing. Mimi with her insecurities about being a early developer and her abusive, neglectful parents. Rin with her depression and problem child tendencies and her forbidden love towards Aoki. Kuro with her daddy issues. Her mother also being neglectful, never being around, and her also forbidden love of being in love with someone that she can't be with because that person doesn't love her back. It focuses primarily on these conflicts that the main characters must overcome. And it does a beautiful job of it. And yes, there are a couple plot twists here and there, but at no point does the pacing rely on the plot twists at any point. Oh great, you can get frozen in this game Pokemon style. Get some. I don't have the Asuna spell. Well, that's just frickin' lovely. Well, this is just cheap. Really, are you... These enemies, I tell ya. I hate it when they give enemies cheap moves like this. It doesn't make the enemies challenging, it just makes them annoying. Alright. See you around, Kai. Not sure how long I'll keep this stream going for. I'll try to go for my usual length of 4 hours, I suppose, but I also want to try to leave myself some time to finish the first episode of Let's Fight. Hopefully that will do much better. Damn it, I did not want to do that. I hate it when I accidentally hit the auto battle button. These things aren't gonna die, are they? I have no clue how to even respond to that question. Why do I always forget that dagger has the auto life ability. Well, at least I got an achievement, I suppose. That's kind of cool. Although I never know what to do with those achievements because I can never figure out how those frickin' cards work. How much health do these guys have? Gotcha. Maybe later I'll show you guys one of the hardest bosses in video game history. Because if you think you know hard bosses, I could show you some shit. Because you haven't seen anything. Oh yeah, shoot, I need to remember to pick a time to re-record my reaction to the Death Battle 10th anniversary. I don't want to take too much time on that, because the 27th is coming closer. Maybe I'll say screw it and just make a prediction video. But I'm bummed out that my stream crapped out when I recorded my reaction, because it was a pretty good reaction. I just completely lost it and laughed my ass off. Like, that animation looks so bad. Holy crap. Like, I cannot wait for that train wreck to come out. I'm telling you, Hulk versus Broly, that Death Battle has potential, but maybe not in the way that Death Battle was hoping. Because I can already tell just by looking at the matchup and the animation itself that it already has the potential to be one of the worst. If Naruto versus Ichigo somehow gets dethroned, I am going to just lose it. But not in like a bad way, like I'm just probably gonna laugh until I die or something. Moonstone. I don't even know if I even have a Moonstone. Wait a second, when did this turn into Pokemon? Sadly, I have work tomorrow as well. They've been putting me on a lot of closing shifts lately. Alright, see you around. I don't know what to do with this thing. I do not have a moonstone. Screw it. Damn it, I did not mean to do that. Damn it, I accidentally hit the auto button again. Man, those old PS1 graphics. Yeah, I'll try to hopefully find a way to stream Cyberpunk sometime. So I can give you my thoughts on the game. I just love how Dagger's outfit is so tight, it just completely outlines her ass. Like Zero Suit Samus just walking around in a very skin-tight outfit. Gotta say, I'm not complaining, but holy shit, I find that amusing. Ah, there we go. Okay, now where the hell am I supposed to go? Oh great, these things again. Which boss? You know, one thing I considered for this stream was playing Desert Bus as a reference to the Desert Bus for Hope charity, but then I thought to myself, you know what? I don't want to bore you guys. Because I'm pretty sure that would put you all to sleep, and I don't want to do that. Not these things again. Died. I don't know if I saw it or not. Because for some reason, YouTube felt the need to put some of your comments in my spam folder, and I don't know why. They didn't do anything wrong. Okay. I don't know, I don't know how Dagger would even handle. Because Dagger is more of a summoner and a white mage than an actual fighter. So I don't know how Dagger would even work in a Smash Bros. Situation. I mean, I like Dagger as a character, but I don't know if she'd fit in with Smash or not. I'm still bummed out I couldn't play Resident Evil Revelations 2. I was really looking forward to playing some Resident Evil. I'm so bummed out I missed out on the RE2 remake, all just because I don't have a PlayStation 4, and for some reason the RE2 remake hasn't come out on Switch yet. Let's see, can I walk to that mountain? Probably not. I'm gonna need the ship. From what I've heard, I don't know how true this is, but they're planning on using something called Devil Hulk. Don't know how true that is, though, because I don't know where they're getting that information from. Because I don't even know if Devil Hulk is even a thing or not. And even then, why use Devil Hulk specifically? I don't get it. Why not use God Hulk or something like that? Oh, wait, because it would be a complete curb stomp. Never mind. I doubt they're going to composite Hulk. I'll be surprised if they do. Actually, I should say I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Who knows? They might composite them, because admittedly, the person who told me that didn't provide a source for them using God Hulk, and I don't think they mentioned anything on the podcast about it, so who knows what they're gonna do. I mean, knowing Death Battle's track record with comic book characters, I wouldn't be surprised if they do pull some composite BS. Yay, a Phoenix down. I mean, if they composite Hulk, it'll be very... Because I honestly think they plan on having Hulk beat Broly as a way to kiss up to the DBZ fans. No, wait, no, not DBZ fans. Let me rephrase that. They're probably most likely going to have Hulk win as a way to kiss up to the Marvel fans, because they still have a chip on their shoulder about Hulk versus Doomsday. They still haven't let that one go. So, knowing Death Battle, they'll probably have Hulk win and just throw DBZ under the bus, because they know pissing off the DBZ fan base guarantees them views. Knowing them, that's probably what they're going to do. If they have Broly win, I'll be surprised. It's usually a rare case for Death Battle to screw over the same character twice. I think the only time we've ever seen that was with Goku. I think Goku and I think Batman's the only character we've seen that's gotten screwed twice in a row by Death Battle. Admittedly, I did skip out on Sanji versus Lee, because even Death Battle wasn't trying to hide what it was. just filler to get themselves a paycheck to pay for the actual death battle they think people care about, but they actually don't. Because what's funny is, similar to Darth Vader versus Doctor Doom, I go on their Twitter and what do I find? People are saying, we didn't want Broly versus Hulk, we want Asura versus Broly. Why? I don't know, because Asura versus Broly is a dumb idea as well. Then again, if the response to my potential suggestion of Link versus Gilgamesh is anything to go off of, the Versus community is completely hopeless. Like, I've lost faith in the Versus community. That they can come up with good matchups anymore. Alright, now where'd I park the ship at? Ah, there it is. Don't even mention Ruby around me. To hell with that garbage fire of a show. My sis told me about what Rooster Teeth recently pulled with Ruby, and it just really pissed me off. Apparently, they made this garbage shipping that made no sense canon just to satisfy the spoiled, entitled brat fan base. I plan to make this into a full-fledged video someday, but I genuinely despise shipping culture. Shipping culture is just cancerous. Almost every shipper I have ever encountered is a freaking asshole. And I know that sounds harsh, but it's so true. Like, I can remember this one time. So, back when I was working on the top 10 worst lesbians in anime, right? I was getting footage for the characters, right? And I go into the comment section of this video where I'm gathering footage to show the character. I leave a comment pointing out that it's difficult to continue supporting a shipping when one or both parties are dead. I won't say which in particular it was in case people haven't seen the anime that they're from. But, to put it simply, one of the characters in question died. So how can you continue to, support the shipping? Like, even if the shipping was canon, which my friend, who's also a part of my research team, my good friend Sam, he told me actually the shipping wasn't canon. The director said it was, but the author did not. But even then, I just simply point out that what's the point of supporting a shipping where, again, one or both parties are dead? It seems kind of pointless. Because the characters aren't going to be able to get together if one of them is dead. And so many people in that comment section jumped down my throat. Even to this day, I still get responses in that comment thread. These people are genuinely, obsessed. Like, they put way too much time and investment into these frickin' shippings, and it's sad. It really is. Like, I get getting invested in, seeing characters you want to see get together. I get that. But so many times people take it to such freaking extremes. It's insane how obsessed people get over these shippings. Like, I don't get it. Sometimes. Like, the fact that Rooster Teeth would actually cave in to that stupid Bumblebee nonsense after all the crap that they pulled. I mean, I know it's Rooster Teeth and Rooster Teeth is garbage, but cut me a freaking break. I'm so sick of these spoiled, entitled fans that think that two characters should get together simply because they say so. Oh, these characters need to get together because in my own delusional head, I have tricked myself into thinking that they're a couple even though there's nothing to suggest that they're even romantically attracted to each other. It's so freaking aggravating. If you want romance so badly, go read a freaking romance novel. Go watch a romance anime. Stop going into shows that do not bother with romance. Like, I just say the same thing to Pokemon fans all the freaking time. Stop going to Pokemon trying to expect romance. Like, it's just a waste of time. Ah, crap. I think the game just froze on me. Like, the Bumblebee community in particular is really toxic. Like, some of the shit they pulled, and even then, their evidence for their crappy shipping was just so freaking weak, I tell ya. Oh, I saw that guy blocked you. What an idiot. Warning, the stream may or may not crash because this dumb game froze on me out of nowhere. Hopefully I can fix this. There we go. Well, the game crashed on me. Isn't that just frickin' lovely? Alright, now to figure out what to do to make up for the fact that the game just froze on me. Let's see. Yeah, like, I don't know why Rooster Teeth even bothers trying to cater to their audience, because their audience freaking hates them. Like, if there's one thing I hate, it's forced romance. I cannot stand forced romance. I hate it. When a series that is not well known for romance just forces some... I'm trying to avoid cursing because I'm trying to reinvent myself because I know some people think I'm a little rough around the edges. But I can't stand it when they force romance. Like, here's the thing. Genres exist for a reason. Like, for example, if you go into, say, I don't know, a horror movie expecting romance, you're a freaking idiot. Because that's what the romance genre is for. I don't understand why it's so difficult for people to, if you want to see two people get together so badly, go check out the romance genre. Like, here's the thing. I hate the romance genre. I think it's garbage. But here's the thing. If I am ever in the mood for romance, I will watch a romance anime or something like that. Like, if I'm ever in the mood for some romance, I'll pop in Kodomo no Jiken. I'll open the manga. I don't need to go to some other series that doesn't bother with romance and then demand that they make some shipping canon simply because I demand that they make it canon. Like, that's just such a douchey thing to do. Like, it really shows the entitlement of this generation. That they think they're entitled to just get... That they're entitled to dictate how the show goes. Another example of something that pissed me off was when the Bleach fan base decided to lose their shit over Rukia not ending up with Ichigo. Oh my god, that really pissed me off. Because at no point in Bleach did they ever allude to the fact that Rukia and Ichigo had romantic feelings for each other. Never was it alluded to. It was constantly shown to us. Orihime likes Ichigo, Renji likes Rukia. Like, they weren't even subtle about this. And yet these freaking... I'm trying to be nice, but these people, they get so pissed off because I want Ichigo to end up with Rukia. Why? Who the hell knows why? I give up trying to understand these people sometimes. Yeah, that's another thing. Why is it that shipping always has to break into wars? Why? I remember me and my best friend had to deal with this crap because we were huge Pokemon fans, and she hosted her own Pokemon community on Google Plus back when that was a thing. And her community got destroyed to the point where there was so much toxicity and the shipping war got so out of hand between all these armies of people fighting over who they think Ash should end up with, and it led to her having to it led to her having to delete the entire group. And it really sucks that that had to happen. It's insane. Like, take it from me. Like, why is it that you don't see this happening in... Like, why is it that they can't be more like the Kodomo no Jiken fandom? Like, I don't see shipping wars breaking out in the Kodomo no Jiken fan base, you know? I don't see people having wars with each other because, oh, Rin should end up with Kuro and Mimi should end up with Aoki or some shit like that. Because the fan base of Kodomo no Jiken is actually pretty level-headed. And they understand this. They understand that Rin wants to be with Aoki, Kuro wants to end up with Rin, Mimi wants to end up with Reiji. Anything outside of that is just pointless shipping. Like, stuff like the stupid shipping nonsense is one of the 9 million reasons I avoid Ruby like the frickin' plague. The fact that Ruby is still going disgusts me. The fact that Ruby can get 9 frickin' seasons, but Deadman Wonderland and Kodomo no Jiken can only get 1 season. Burn in hell, Ruby. I hope the Ruby fan base takes their shitty little internet show and just burns in hell with it. Like, I hate it when mediocre garbage like Ruby gets 9 seasons, but good, actual quality TV shows get the sharp end of the stick. I always say this, but we truly live in an era of mediocrity. And the game is still frozen and will not close. That's not good. Finally. Sorry, I thought I got Final Fantasy IX to close. This game isn't gonna close, is it? Screw it. Like, here's one thing I'll never understand about these shippers. How do they even convince themselves to even like these shippings? Like, what at any point tells them that, yeah, Blake and Yang should end up together? Why? Like, I'll admit, I'm not much of a shipper myself. I only support a small handful of shippings, and even then, I do so on a very, very casual level. However, though, I can explain to you why I think two characters should end up together, and I can actually give you evidence for why I think two characters love each other. Because if the two characters don't actually love each other or have any chemistry, I got bad news for you. The relationship is gonna frickin' crumble. Like, that's how you know that people who ship characters together likely have little to no experience with dating. Because they would know that forcing two people together that don't have any chemistry or bond is a recipe for disaster. Like, imagine if someone came up to you and told you, you should go fall in love with that person. I know you don't have any romantic feelings for them, but I think you two would be cute together. Odds are, you would look them in the face and you would tell them to go F off. Because that's really messed up when you think about it. Like, I don't understand why the Ruby fan base wants Blake to end up with Yang so badly. Like, what do they get out of it? What do they see in it? Because from what I understand, now, admittedly, I don't watch Ruby because why would I subject myself to that? I mean, I know I've subjected myself to bad TV shows before, but I at least have to have some dignity, you know? But from what I understand about Ruby, there is literally nothing in the anime that even hints or suggests that A, Blake or Yang are gay or even bisexual, and B, that they even love each other. Like, don't you think forcing two people to be gay is a little bit effed up? Like, how is that any different from people who try to force gay characters to be straight? You know? Like, maybe I'm looking a little too deep into it, but that's what it kind of comes off as to me. It comes off as a really backwards version of gay conversion therapy, except they're actually trying to convert characters to being gay, even though there's nothing to suggest that they are. Like, here's the thing. You go into something like, say, Kodomo no Jiken. Sorry if I mentioned Kodomo no Jiken a lot, but it's one of the only few romance anime / manga that I've actually bothered with and I actually rather enjoy. But with Kodomo no Jiken, it makes the setup for the relationships quite obvious, you know? Like, for example, there is a actual gay character in Kodomo no Jiken. They straight up tell you, this character is gay. This character likes this character for X reasons. You don't get that with Blake versus Yang, so what's the freaking point? Like, I don't get it. How can you get invested in two characters getting together if they have no chemistry and no reason to theoretically even be in a relationship? Like, I know I'm trying to rationalize with crazy people, and I'm likely not going to get an answer from the Bumblebee community. But still, like, I try so hard to understand the minds of these people. Sorry if I'm a bit silent. I'm just trying to figure out what to do now that my game froze. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get another game to pull up since the damn thing froze. Maybe I'll show that difficult boss battle I promised earlier. What do you mean, who is your MU for Aizen? What does that even mean? Oh, you mean matchup? I don't know. I haven't thought of a matchup for Aizen yet. If I come up with one, I'll let you guys know. Right now, I got nothing. Trust me, if I do come up with what I think is a good, worthwhile matchup, I'll definitely present it to you guys and get your opinion, like I did with Link versus Gilgamesh. However, what you have to understand is it takes me a lot longer to come up with matchups compared to other versus shows, because I like to take my time. I don't like to just take two characters that have a couple of similarities and just throw them together and say, fuck it. Because that just leads to mirror matchups. So, I'll think about who should fight Aizen. But right now, the opponents I have seen aren't good. Sephiroth versus Aizen, trash. Sephiroth versus Madara, trash. I'm very disappointed. Whoever said Naruto is better than Death Note should probably be crucified. Like, look, you're free to like Naruto. Naruto is a decent anime, but to say it's better than Death Note is just objectively wrong. On all fronts. Like, Naruto isn't even on the same level as Death Note. Not even freaking close. Naruto just has such subpar writing. There's nothing that ever really stood out to me about Naruto. Yeah, it has some interesting characters like Kimimorra, but when an actual interesting character does show up like Kimimorra, they get killed off almost immediately. And then they leave you with shitty characters like freaking Neji or Naruto. And yes, Neji is a garbage character. I don't know how anyone ever convinced themselves that Neji was a good character. It's difficult for me to care about a lot of Naruto characters when they're basically just given amazing powers. You know, they're born special. I really hate that type of character. I hate the type of character that, oh, you're born special. You're just born powerful. Like, how about you go F yourself? Like, yeah, Naruto characters still have to train, but the fact that Naruto technically doesn't need to do anything, his tailed beast can do it for him, or that Gaara doesn't really have to do anything, because either his tailed beast will do it for him, or his mother's sand will literally come from the grave to protect him. Like, that's lame. Like, people wonder why people consider Rock Lee one of the only Naruto characters worth a damn. Because Rock Lee actually fits the philosophy of Naruto. That being, if you work hard, you will be able to achieve your dreams. You know? I'm not sure why you regret speaking. But yeah. I mean, look, I'm not trying to necessarily say that Naruto is bad, but it's not as good as people think it is. And Naruto does have some pretty weak elements. Sure, there are some things that are nice about it from time to time, but you compare it to Death Note, Bleach, like, it just falls heavily short. Like, I would argue it's just barely above Dragon Ball Z. And the only reason why I say that is because Dragon Ball Z doesn't even bother to have a plot. Most of the time. And its characters, outside of maybe Vegeta and Piccolo, are just completely worthless. And by that, I mean they lack any worthwhile character arc. Like, how many times does DBZ alone repeat the bad guy that becomes a good guy? It's so overdone, it's practically a cliche. Like, if there was a DBZ drinking game, I imagine one of the rules would be take a shot every time a bad guy becomes a good guy. Seriously, name almost any villain in the DBC series, I guarantee you they've become a good guy at some point. I think I even heard Frieza became a freaking good guy. What the F? What is even the point of villains if they're just gonna turn good? Why even bother? Might as well not even have villains. You might as well just have Dragon Ball Z be about a bunch of guys that fight each other in a tournament to see who's the strongest. I don't know why Dragon Ball Z even bothers to have a plot. You know what? While Naruto isn't exactly the best story in the world, at least I can say Naruto has a freaking plot. It at least goes somewhere and doesn't repeat the same plot points over and over and over and over again like a freaking broken record. And this game is still frozen. What the F and H? I want to reset my computer, but that'll crash the stream, so I shouldn't do that. Okay, who is the wise guy who decided to put a dislike on this stream? Like, rather you like my content or not, like, how distasteful do you have to be to put a dislike on a domestic abuse charity stream? I will never understand some people. Some people are just so petty. Rock Lee's a fine character. I mean, I'm not going to act like he's the best character in the world, but in terms of Naruto characters, he's pretty solid, potentially the best character in the entire series. Although, personally, I hold the unpopular opinion that Kimimorra is the most interesting and well-written character in the series. And it's sad that he's so underrated and gets no love. Like, how about you bring Kimimorra back? He's an actual interesting character. Like, I got more invested in Kimimorra in the half a dozen episodes he was in, much more than I did of going through hundreds and hundreds of episodes of garbage Naruto and Sasuke drama. It also doesn't help that Naruto and Sasuke are two of the most unintentionally gay characters in anime history. I know their fans try to say that, oh, well, they both got married. Okay? Do you think that just somehow magically makes all the gay subtext go away? Are we supposed to forget that Naruto and Sasuke have kissed, like, what, 2 times at this point? They've probably kissed more. I bet you Naruto has kissed Sasuke more times than Hinata. So yeah, bite me, Naruto fans. We all know what's really going on between those two, and why Naruto goes out of his way to try to chase Sasuke. What else to do for this stream since the freaking game crashed on me? Well, I was hoping this stream would be fun too, but I didn't anticipate one game not working and then the other game freezing up on me. I did not anticipate that. I want to reset my computer to help, but if I do that, it'll likely crash the stream, and I don't want to risk that. Knowing Kevin, he probably would be that petty. I mean, again, you have to be quite tone deaf to dislike a stream about domestic abuse. And I get they're not disliking it because it's a domestic abuse charity stream. They're disliking it because they probably have some kind of problem with me. Which, again, is just very petty. Like, irregardless of your feelings towards me, like, can't you at least put them aside to help support domestic abuse victims? Like, really? Is that such a difficult thing to do? But yeah, let me see if I can try to get another game going. And Mav, if you chill out a little bit, I'll try to see if I can get some... I'll try to see if I can get Killing Floor running or something, but I don't expect it to work because frickin' Final Fantasy IX is still frozen and won't close. Which is really frustrating. I've never had a game freeze on me this badly. Well, at least my Steam is still working. Finally, the frickin' thing crashed. That was the longest crash I've ever seen. Might as well give you guys something else to look at. I don't want to give you guys sensory deprivation. Huh. I love how I played the game for literally less than 5 seconds and it gave me this. What is up with games and spamming achievements like that? Okay, let's see here. Let me take a look at my library. Probably gonna have to check the system requirements before I even bother with some of these games. Because, damn, some of these games are such a pain. Free up some space on my computer. I low-key wish I could play this, but I would so get a strike if I did. I'm so frustrated. I can't play Far Cry 5, even though I want to. Because I want to be able to do a ranking of the Far Cry series, but no, my laptop can't handle it. Piece of junk. I'm willing to bet this thing probably won't run either. Okay, I'm so sick of PC being so hostile towards people who like to play with controllers. I would love to play a horror game right now. Again, I really... Oh yeah, I forgot. They never gave me my refund for Resident Evil 2 Remake. I'd love to be able to play it, but... Ew, I can't. I'm so bummed out I can't. I want to play Resident Evil. I've been deprived of Resident Evil. I've been having to go to the movies to get my fix. I think I'm addicted. Oh, by the way, don't play this game. It's broken. It doesn't work. Don't buy it. Don't even buy it for a joke. This game doesn't fucking work. Oh, well, that's a good sign. I don't have enough disk space. Lovely. Gotta free some up. I'm gonna have to free up some space on my laptop later. Oh yeah, I completely forgot I had this. Why didn't I just think of this? Screw it. Play some Genesis. Hopefully there's some good Sega games on here. How desperate are these people to see Michael Myers and Jason fight each other? Like, seriously. This is starting to get quite sad. Also, even within the remake, Jason has still proven himself to be unkillable. You can't kill Jason. Or at the very least, someone like Michael Myers wouldn't be able to kill Jason. Like, what you have to understand is, there's nothing special about Michael Myers. He's just a really strong psychopath. That's all there is to him. Jason is a mother effing zombie. Also, here's the thing. Someone made a fan film of Michael Myers and Jason fighting each other. So how about you stop pestering Death Battle about it? Just go watch that fan film. Hello. Oh great, this piece of crap just froze up on me too. I swear, I can't play anything on this damn PC. I don't know why I even bother. This thing is a piece of junk. Well, that was a disaster. I'm working on it. Give me a minute. Oh yeah. The remake Jason Voorhees is not the type of Jason Voorhees you want to mess around with. Remake Jason Voorhees is extremely intelligent. That's the Jason Voorhees that was going around setting traps, firing bows and arrows, and all kinds of stuff. Like, why would you want to mess with remake Jason? Like, why don't you throw him against Uber Jason while you're at it? It makes about as much sense. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. They don't fuck with any navigators. Unless we Okay, let's see where to free up some space. Why would you use arguably the weakest version of Michael Myers? The Rob Zombie version of Michael Myers is really, really weak. Dude got taken down by gunfire, okay? Like, previous versions of Michael Myers would walk off gunshots like it was nothing. And yet in that one, few shots to the chest, boom, dead. Wow, you suck. Yeah, it is such a mess. I don't know if I'm going to be able to free up enough space in time. I have so much crap on this computer. I need to do some spring cleaning on this thing, or at least get another hard drive. Okay, let's see, I gotta find something to play. I was just typing a couple of responses on Twitter, that's all. I don't know what else to do for this stream. Every game I've tried to play keeps blowing up in my face. Yes, there was a movie called Freddy vs. Jason. So if you ever see someone suggest Freddy vs. Jason, that already happened. And let me tell you, that movie did it way better than Death Battle ever could. If you think Death Battle could do better, yeah, you're high. Death Battle wishes they can make something as epic and gory as Freddy vs. Jason. I would pull up that fight right now from the movie, but knowing my luck, I would get copyright claimed for it, and I'm not going to risk that. But Freddy vs. Jason is an awesome movie. Well, I assume a lot of these Death Battle fans were probably not born in the early 2000s. So they probably don't even know Freddy vs. Jason exists. But even then, I find that hard to believe because Freddy vs. Jason was one of the first big crossovers. Before there was the MCU, there were big crossovers like Freddy vs. Jason, Alien vs. Predator. especially. I'm tempted to try RE Revelations 2 one more time, but odds are it's gonna backfire. Yeah, I've noticed that the Death Battle community claims to be very imaginative, but ironically enough, the Versus community might be one of the most unimaginative communities I've ever seen. And I don't mean that in... I don't necessarily mean that in terms of, like, the concept. Like, the Versus community has infinite possibilities, but the problem is, the dominant force within the Versus community are some of the most unimaginative and uncreative people I've ever seen. They come up with some of the worst ideas. They have exactly one note. Take two characters that are basically the same thing and have them fight. And they hit that shit any chance that they get. If you try to present them with something that genuinely makes them think outside the box, then they're like, oh, what's this? What kind of crappy idea is that? Where's the connections? As if connections are the only thing that matter in a versus matchup. Like, let me tell you, back in the days of Deadliest Warrior, there wasn't much connections with the ninja and the Spartan, or the samurai and the Viking. There didn't need to be any connections. I wish more people grew up with Deadliest Warrior. One of the only shows to actually do it right. Such a shame. Maybe I should try streaming from my phone next time. At least I could play something like Fate Grand Order. Or Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, which I could play those games for hours. Alright, I guess... Well, first off, how many times do I have to explain to you, Maverick? I don't know how to invite people on this thing. I've never sent a link out through Streamlabs. I don't even know how to do it. Like, you want me to send a link to you. Where am I supposed to get the link? Explain it to me. Also, you are talking to me. Like, just because you're not talking to me through voice chat doesn't mean that you're not talking to me. Like, I'm sorry it sucks that I'm very busy, but that's the price that comes with needing to work a job. I would much rather prefer doing my YouTube channel full time, but since doing YouTube right now doesn't pay the bills, I sadly can't do that. I've explained this so many times before. Until I can do YouTube full time, I'm gonna have to be focusing on my job. It sucks, but it is what it is. I've seen those before, and they're mostly a waste of time. Like, if you don't even some of the cheapest versus shows I've ever seen can at least provide some kind of actual fight. If you cannot actually provide an actual fight, even if it's just your buddies in some cosplay costumes with some cheap YouTube effects, then I don't know what to tell you. Like I said, even some of the cheapest versus shows will still give you a fight. If it's just narrated, then what's the freaking point? There's this one guy I know, I can't remember the name of his show, but he does versus matchups, and he doesn't even provide a fight. He just power scales the character, and then just says who wins. That's it. That's all he does. He doesn't even give us a narrated fight. It's a complete waste of time. Like, the only reason I could think of to have narrated fights is maybe if you were appealing to a blind audience. But even that would be a stretch. Because I imagine if they were blind, they'd have a hard time finding your videos in the first place. I don't see the point. Yeah, see, what people don't understand about Deadliest Warrior is what made Deadliest Warrior so effective is there was rarely ever matchups based on similarities, you know? Like, it was usually a battle of opposites, and that's what always made it interesting. Fights like the knight versus the pirate, the ninja versus the Spartan, the Nazis versus the Viet Congs. Like, so many interesting matchups. Like, and this is what I always try to tell people. A battle of opposites is always going to be more effective than a mirror matchup. Look at Batman versus Superman. That is an iconic matchup, and yet it literally goes against what the versus community would consider to be a good matchup. Yet it's still so compelling. Sometimes a battle of opposites is all you need. Sometimes it really is that simple. Connections, as I've explained numerous times before, should be nothing more than icing on a cake. It shouldn't be the entire fight itself. You shouldn't try to make a cake with just icing. Because I got news for you, it's not going to work. There were a lot of episodes that I liked. One of the only few times they ever did a similar battle matchup was with the vampires versus the zombies. But they even managed to make that work. Because, yeah, sure. The vampires and zombies are both undead creatures, but there's still enough differences between them to make the matchup interesting. Even I plan on paying homage to that matchup on Blood Royale by bringing back the vampire versus the zombie matchup in some way, shape, or form. Either through Alice versus Celine or Albert Wesker versus Alucard Helsing or something like that. Either one. I want to bring that fight back. Except I want to get two of the strongest vampire and zombie that I can find to fight against each other to take it to its logical, epic conclusion. To settle once and for all who is truly superior. Who is the strongest. We know that the vampires can defeat the zombies, but who is the strongest vampire and who is the strongest zombie? I still want to review Deadliest Warrior sometime. I still got to figure out how to do that. I've been looking to figure out how to record that show. It will be a bit tricky since Deadliest Warrior was a TV show, and those can be hard to review because they're very particular with footage being shown. Who the hell has the Ruby soundtrack in their playlist? Let's see what to do now. I remember Matt Pat tried to do the samurai versus the Viking and he screwed it up and Shad ended up tearing him a new asshole. God, I hate Matt Pat so much. That guy fails at everything he does. Yeah, I wish Deadliest Warrior could make some kind of comeback, but that seems highly unlikely to ever happen. I mean, and this thing just froze again, didn't it? Ah, great. That's just my luck, isn't it? Here we go again. Okay, it's clear my laptop isn't going to cooperate with me tonight. Come on, crash already. Ugh. Whoa, this stream was a disaster. Can you at least let me go? Nope. Sorry, the stream might crash, guys, but I don't know what else to do.